So I've been in Minneapolis for 10 months, and I would have to say that overall, I like it. It's okay. It's not bad. Making a life for myself, learning my way around. But just like with any other city, there are things that you like and things that you don't like. So here's a video of 3 things I like about Minneapolis and 3 things I don't like. So number 1, just the amount of entertainment choices. Restaurants, films, concerts, there's always something going on here. Festivals, fairs. I mean, it's just so hard to pick what to do because there is so much to do. I don't think I've ever been in a place where there are just so many options. And so often I find myself in like choice paralysis because it's like there's so many things to do. When my mom came to visit a couple weeks ago, there were so many things to do that I had to figure out, okay, what I had to narrow it down. Particularly when it comes to films. I love the fact that I get to see festival films now. I never would have been able to see those films, when I was living in a small town in Georgia. So I love to watch movies. I love to go to the movies. And so that's probably one of my favorite things about Minneapolis. The second thing that I like about Minneapolis is something that I've already made a video on, which is their transportation system. So I won't go further into that. I've made a whole video on it. Very convenient, very efficient. It's great. And then number 3, the thing that I like about Minneapolis is the opportunity. For me, in my field, in the software field, in the tech fields, there are a lot of opportunities here. This city has the most Fortune 500 companies in the country. Amazon is out here, Best Buy is out here, Target is out here, General Mills is out here, Oracle is out here, US Bank is out here. I mean, there are so many Fortune 500 companies out here. And so the point is, there are so many opportunities for young professionals. And so even if I were to leave my current company, I could go work for another company right here in Minneapolis if I chose to do so. And that's great. So now getting to the things that I don't really like so much about Minneapolis. And, I would say that overall it's good. I've lived in a lot of places, and so I kind of am able to just weigh the good with the bad. And so there's never been a city that I've actually just absolutely hated. But anyway, these are just some things that I picked up on that kind of get on my nerves or that I don't like. Parking. So Minneapolis is under construction in a major way right now. There is so much construction going on everywhere. And in spite of them building all these new buildings and making all of these improvements to the roads, which I definitely appreciate, the thing that I don't appreciate is that there has not been an increase in parking. Now, I know what you're going to say, because I was thinking about it too when I was thinking about making this video, which is that we're trying to move to a more eco-friendly way of living, right? We want to try to decrease the amount of greenhouse gases that are being emitted into the air, decrease our use of cars, carpool, use public transportation. I got it. But it is so hard to find parking. Like, there comes a point where I should be able to find parking if I live here, right? And I have a parking deck that I pay, monthly to have access to. But even with my parking deck, when I go to the gym and come back in the morning, sometimes it's hard for me to find a space in my own parking deck. So with all of the construction they're doing, I think they do need to be a little bit more innovative or a little bit more proactive when it comes to providing a little bit more parking here, because there are so many no parking zones because of the great bus system. There are so many places where you can't park, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, so if there's an eco-friendly way that we can make parking more efficient, maybe, I don't know. The taxes are very high here. Obviously, a lot of that money goes into keeping the roads up. They have people that work on the different streets that, give you directions and keep the streets clean. Obviously, they have, like I said, a lot of parks here. So there's a lot of, public services, public works that money probably goes into. Groceries are not taxed here, so that's good. So there are a lot of benefits, but obviously it means less money coming into your check per month. So just keep that in mind when you're planning where you live. I'm very glad that I chose to live at a certain standard of living. I chose to live kind of below my means, because if I was living at my means or above my means, I don't know. So keep in mind here, taxes are high, and plan accordingly. The third thing that I've had some trouble with here in Minneapolis is the social aspect. I haven't really formed a group of friends. I haven't really formed like this big social network or even a small social network. And while some of it is the Minnesota nice culture, this idea that people are nice but distant and that, it's really hard to make connections with people, another part of it is just me, I will take some accountability for it because I am at a place where there's a lot of times I just don't feel like being bothered. There's a lot of times where I just want to be alone. There's a lot of times where I feel like it's a lot of work to get to know new people, and I don't necessarily know if that work is worth it. So it's partially the Minnesota culture and then partially my own habits that are influencing my social life right now. So in 2020, I am going to try to be more social. I do still use Meetup, and I still go out and do meetups from time to time to do things that I love, like playing spades, playing cards. I love to do that. But I would say that, I haven't quite gotten into my groove when it comes to social life. So I know those three things are kind of iffy. It's like you said three things that aren't really like valid per se, but hey, I just wanted to give you guys an update on how things are going. So that's my experience so far in Minneapolis. Please comment below. Let me know if you'd like me to talk about anything else Minneapolis related, or just leave a comment in general. A lot of people left comments on one of my other videos saying that they were going to move here or that they had moved here. So please comment and let me know what your experience has been. Thanks so much, guys. Bye bye.